Welcome back. Well, you can expect a frenetic and desperate final week of electioneering as the nation prepares to vote this Saturday. Kevin Rudd holds his official campaign launch today in Brisbane after waking up to more disappointing poll results. On a two-party preferred basis, Labor is on 47%, with the Coalition on 53%. The Coalition's campaign spokesman, Cormann, joins us now from Canberra. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So what sort of a party are you planning for Saturday night? You've got this in the bag, haven't you?
Look, we're not getting ahead of ourselves between now and Saturday, 6 p.m. We'll continue to talk directly to the Australian people about our plans for stronger economy, for more jobs, to help families with their cost of living pressures, to bring down the cost of doing business by cutting red tape costs for business, our plans to build the roads of the 21st century. So we're not getting ahead of ourselves. We expect that this will be a tough final week. We expect that the Labor Party will throw every bit of negativity at us that they've got left in their locker. So there's still a long way to go.
Well, the issue of costings is still dogging both parties. Just 6 days left now for all voters to decide. You're not giving them much time, really, to digest just how you will pay for your election promises.
Well, we've been entirely transparent. We've gone through the most rigorous process any opposition has ever gone through in terms of preparing the costings for our policies.
But if you've got nothing to hide, why wait? Tell us exactly when will you be releasing the costings?
Well, as we've gone through this campaign, every time we've released a policy, it has transparently included the information about the cost of that policy. And of course, we've already released the bulk of our savings, $31.6 billion worth of savings last Thursday. The Prime Minister tried to attack us over the savings that we've released. And of course, he was caught out red-handed, lying to the Australian people about our costings. And instead of backing off and apologising, he was just shamelessly pressing ahead with what he knows is a lie. Now, as far as we're concerned, we're going through a methodical, structured process. We, of course, are still releasing policy. Once we've finalised the release of our policies, there will be a full list of all of the policies and their cost, a full list of all of our savings measures and their value. And what it will show is that under the coalition, the budget bottom line will be better off than under Labor.
Senator Cormann, you're correct that you had a huge victory against the government last week when Treasury and Department of Finance came out against the government's claims of fraud against you. But you're not seriously suggesting, are you, that the coalition, the opposition, would wait until the end of the week, until the last day or two of the election campaign before releasing your full costings? Because surely it's not all clear how you make your sums add up. You've got a lot of work to do yet to really show that to the Australian people. Surely you need to get that out in the next 1 or 2 days.
Well, Michael, I mean, every time we've released a policy, we've been very transparent about what the cost of that policy was. For example, with our paid parental leave scheme, it's very obvious that that is a net additional cost.
Can you give us a date of when we will hear the costings? Voters need to know.
Well, it'll be sometime later this week, but I just
So the second half of the week, you're really seriously suggesting that you would release your full postings not until Thursday or Friday, 1 day or 2 days before the election campaign. Surely that's not good enough.
Well, let's just be clear of what we're talking about here, because, I mean, we're still releasing policies. I mean, what you're talking about here is essentially the full list of all of the policies that we've released during the campaign and their cost, the full list of all of our savings measures and their value. We've already released the bulk of our savings for everyone to scrutinise. And, of course, once we've done that. I mean, it's not as if this information comes out of nowhere. We've been going through this campaign, releasing policy.
You should have it all sewn up. You do have it all sewn up. There are still legitimate questions over accruals versus cash accounting. You know, do the numbers all up? Look, I don't have a lot of doubt that they probably do, but surely you've got it all there. You should get it out. And are you really seriously saying that Thursday or Friday would be a legitimate and transparent thing to do for an election campaign? Can you answer a yes or no on that?
Well, yes, I am, because what we're doing, we're still releasing policy. And, of course, I mean, the time to release the full list of the cost of all of your policies is when you've released all of your policies. I mean, I don't really know what the issue is here. I mean, that is just the normal course of events process during a campaign.
Yeah, it is normal, but it's probably not good enough for the Australian people, I'd suggest. You know, this game that's going on between the two parties really does need to be improved, doesn't it?
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, that is obviously the judgment that the Australian people will be able to make next Saturday. The point here is, I mean, you've got to remember, we're dealing here with a government at present that inherited a very strong budget position from the previous coalition government, made a complete mess of it over the last 6 years, got every single one of their budget predictions in relation to revenue or expenditure forecasts wrong. Even just since the last election, we've had budget blowouts in excess of $107 billion compared to what was predicted at the budget immediately after the last election. I mean, we are going through the most rigorous process any opposition has ever gone through. We're releasing more information.
Yeah, but don't expect it until the last couple of days, I think's the message.
All right, Senator, we do have to leave it there. We'll wait for the costings to emerge. And thank you for your time and good luck in the final week of campaigning.
Always good to be here.
And you can join